Okay, today I'm back with yet another video, and this time I actually have some first characteristics about the first upcoming Yo tank into this game with the new special reserve track feature. How it is going to be balanced, we still do not know. We are waiting on the super test, we are waiting on the sandbox, or whenever we are able to get our hands on or get more information about that, you know, the repair times and so on. More about that in a second, but this is the vehicle what you're looking on the background right now. I have information about, we just received it, the M4Y upcoming Tier 8 Premium Heavy Tank from that line, introducing this new feature, introducing the entire line. This is what they have done many times before, you know. Projetta 46 introduced the auto-reloading mechanic before the Tech 3. Bison the C45 introduced the auto-reloading heavy tanks before the Tech 3. 7032 introduced the double barrels before the double barrel Tech 3. This is quite standard what they have done, and same to the EBR 75 and so on, so on. So nothing new about that. We all know this. We all knew this is going to happen. Right now we have no idea, no official information about when those tanks are going to be introduced, when we get our hands on to test them out, maybe on the sandbox, maybe public test, you know, maybe it is going to be our this year's big Christmas patch, we'll see. But one thing I saw a lot under my yesterday's video in the comment section was people saying those tanks are available on Blitz and I should try to get my hands on them. So guys, if you want to see all those vehicles early, how they operate on Blitz, which is a bit different World of Tanks, but still, you know, it's different but kind of the same, but still different, then let me know in the comment section or by smashing the like button, so I know if you're interested about something like this in the first place. Just, you know, simple thing to do. Give me some feedback. So without further ado, let's dive right into the action while you are enjoying another oscillating turret on the background, Kampfpanzer 07RH, one of the newest premium tanks, which was also a reward vehicle. You know, this turret acts the same way as this upcoming M4Y. Let's see what Wargaming is officially saying about this vehicle. Soon, the M4Y, a Tier 8 American heavy tank, premium heavy tank, is coming to the super test. This is a premium representative of the Yoda branch in the USA Tech 3, vehicles that feature the new reserve track mechanic. Starting from Tier 7, these vehicles have an additional track attached to the main one. This allows the vehicles of the Yo branch to continue moving, although with a speed penalty, even if both main tracks are destroyed. More about that feature a bit later. In terms of gameplay, the M4Y is a typical heavy tank, armored, moderately maneuverable, and has a good gun. At the same time, don't forget about the reserve track and the influence it will have on the vehicle's playstyle. Definitely it will have influence in this entire game, I would say so. For a new player, this feature will mainly be a protection against a failure that facilitates escape from a seemingly stalemate situation, while for an experienced player, the combination of armor and the ability to move even with a destroyed track can open up new combat techniques, even if they are risky. 100%, this mainly has to be balanced for average and average plus players, because if new player makes mistakes, well, usually this simple feature doesn't save a new player from, you know, completely getting destroyed, but how more experienced players are going to use it, this is actually the main thing they should look at when they are balancing this new feature. Now, looking at the vehicle characteristics, just to get an idea what this tank line might look like. So the firepower of this vehicle is as follows: 360 alpha damage or 440 with high explosive rounds. This is exactly the same firepower as on M54 Renegade, for example, which is another Tier 8 American premium heavy tank, or E75 TS, a German premium heavy tank. 218 millimeters of penetration, 247 with premium rounds, APS standard, APCRS premium round, and 53 with high explosive. So the standard penetration is on the lower side, but okay. Premium penetration as well is on the lower side for a premium round, but okay, I guess. Reload time is 11.3 seconds for this alpha damage, quite standard, you know. 2.5 second aiming time and 0.4 accuracy. The gun handling, once again compared to the 75TS and Renegade, it's basically the same. I would say it depends on the soft stats. I have some soft stats numbers as well, and it seems to be a bit better than the 75TS and a bit worse than on Renegade. Moving on, what do we have? Minus 10 degrees of gun depression, 20 degrees of gun elevation, 45 shells. So the firepower looks like this. I would say it's comparable to the Renegade for sure. Just the penetration values are maybe a bit worse. Mobility, 42 kilometers per hour top speed, 14 moving backwards. 850 horsepower engine, giving it 18.1 power to weight ratio. Now this power to weight ratio is actually very good for a heavy tank. And the rain resistance numbers are 1.4, 1.7 and 3.4, so same as on Renegade. Do you like the mobility on Renegade? Well, if you do, this one has a bit better. It has exactly, I would say, 2 horsepower per ton power to weight ratio better than on Renegade. So what else? Hull traverse speed 41 degrees is very nice for a heavy tank, I would say. So turret rotation 35 degrees. So overall mobility, I would actually say, is very, very decent. For a heavy tank. Survivability 1500 hit points is straight in the middle. Hull armor 177, 76 and 50. Turret 279, 241 and 38. Very strong frontal turret, on paper at least, but as we heard from the video yesterday, under the gun, the area, if your gun is, you know, not aiming down fully, that should be a weak spot. It has a commander hatch as a weak spot, but how the entire model looks like, we have to wait for the 3D armor model, so stay tuned for that. But overall, this thing seems to be, oh boy, another reachline absolute monster, I would say. Hull down reachline monster. If you are able to hide your commander hatch using your minus 10 degrees of gun depression, dude. Turret view range 380 meters. Signal range, who cares? This tank has 4 crew members, commander, driver, gunner and loader, so quite a standard loadout. You can use your E5's crew in it, you can use your hopefully you can use all the rest of the crew members as well from this line in that vehicle. So this is how M4Y looks like on paper at first. Firepower comparable to Renegade. If you like Renegade, you're going to like this gun as well. Accuracy is a bit worse, but the rest of the things pretty much the same. The mobility slightly better than on Renegade, so I personally enjoy Renegade a lot actually. Renegade actually has the same commander hatch weak spot, but if you wiggle, if you know how to maneuver your tank a lot, you know, this is actually not going to be such a big of a problem. Now, of course, the main thing about this tank, about this entire tank line, is the reserve track feature, and this is on the borderline, you know, with almost everything in this game, right? It depends how nicely they are going to balance this. How nicely they are going to balance all the new features. You know, you can even give a tank 6 guns. You know, not the double barrel tank, but 6 gun machine gun Gatling cannon on the tank. Please do give it 6 guns. But if it is balanced correctly, if the mechanic is fun to play while it is balanced, compared to anything else we have in this game, then I'm okay with it, right? And this tank, this feature, you know, this actually was a thing Yo Tank wanted to do. This actually, you know, they plan to do that in real life as well, so it is actually a thing. But it depends on the balance, definitely. How long the reload time, not reload time, how long the repair time is, how much longer it is compared to the standard vehicles that have a single shotable tracks, you know, because the main feature of this is if you track the one big track, then you can still move. Even if both big tracks are down, you got tracked from both sides at the same time, your big tracks, your main tracks are down, you can still move using your reserve tracks. But if you shoot the back main wheels on the tracks, you can actually take it out, you can actually take them both out with the same shot. And now you have to stay over there for a bit longer, right? Because at first I think they said they are going to repair the reserve tracks and then the main tracks, but while reserve tracks are back up, you can start moving. So it depends on the penalty, you know. If you actually finally get tracked, then it should definitely take longer than a regular tank getting tracked, right? You know. I'm using a lot of tracks over here, hopefully you can still keep up with me. So at the end of the day, it comes down to how it is balanced. But the main question is, either way, is it good for the game or not? It reminds me so much of the EBRs, and one of the most annoying features of the EBRs is you can have all your wheels damaged, but you can still freaking move. You can get like half of your wheels damaged. You can still move and quite fast. You're able to get behind the cover. And this is the main feature of this tank as well. You get tracked, you get damaged. On a regular tank, if you get double tracked, let's say, you're done. Basically, you are done versus higher DPM tank, but over here you can simply fall back, and if you just peek with their frontal tracks, then there is no way how they are able to completely keep you still. You have to work out a completely new strategy on how to approach to those tanks, how to take them out effectively with a single go, basically. So I would honestly like to test them out before, like, it's impossible to give my final verdict and my final opinion about that without even getting my hands on it. So definitely I would like to get my hands on it. And as I said at the start of the episode, all those tanks have been available on World of Tanks Blitz for a couple months now. And if you would like to see me testing them out on Blitz, just let me know in the comment section or smashing the like button, because now I am done. I hope it was informative. I hope you enjoyed my today's video. I'll catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome, stay sexy, stay subscribed. Take care and bye.